It's like I'm 17 again, peach fuzz on my face. Looking on the case, trying to find a hella taste. Oh my God, I'm on the chase.
Hey guys, it's Gabby, and today I wanted to talk about the dreaded NCLEX test. So I know that everyone about to take this test is probably just freaking out, and you have so many questions like, am I prepared enough? How do I get prepared enough? Is the test going to be like the tests we took in nursing school? The number one thing I can tell you is that no matter how many times you ask your classmates that maybe took the test before you, or you read threads online, like I know I would go on that site, All Nurses, and I would constantly just look at threads obsessively, like go like 25 pages deep into that and try to have my questions answered. But what I can tell you about NCLEX is that everyone is going to have their own experience, so you can't take what everyone else says about the test and put that and focus too much on what other people are saying about it, because in the end we all have our own experiences. I know that people say, okay, if your test shuts off at 75 questions, you've passed. Well, that was something that I was really struggling with. My test did end at 75 questions, and I think the number one emotion I felt was relief. Everything I had done thus far, school-wise, in my life, was to prepare for that test. That test determined if I was going to have the career that I wanted, and that is a huge deal. I mean, that is why we're so afraid and so nervous of this test, and I completely understand that. So the first thing I felt was relief, because I was like, you know what, at least I know what to expect now, and it's over. You know, I didn't know if I had passed or not, but for the time being, it's over. I felt like I did what I could. I felt like I had studied as much as I could. Obviously with nursing, you're not going to know everything, so don't expect to know everything on the NCLEX when you take it. You know, there's going to be questions that you don't know, but that is why nursing school prepared you to think critically and learn how to eliminate those answer choices that might not be the best. After relief, I just felt total defeat. And that's because my automatic reaction was thinking, I failed. I am that one person whose test stopped at 75 questions, and I'm going to be the one that failed it at 75 questions. The test is made for you to feel like you failed, and I can honestly say that's true. Only a few people I have talked to have felt very confident in themselves, thinking that they totally passed once they finished. And most of us just aren't gonna feel that way, because you are gonna run into those questions that you don't know and you feel like you're not answering them correctly. Eventually, all those emotions just turned into acceptance pretty soon thereafter. So it was kind of like Kubler-Ross's 5 stages of grief, except I skipped some stages. I just kind of went from like total defeat to like acceptance, and I was just like, well, you know. I think it's good getting to that acceptance phase, because once you just kind of relax and let all of those negative thoughts go from your mind, you just have to remember, whatever the outcome, I can always retake this test. I really kept that in my mind, and that is what kept me sane for the next 48 hours waiting for my results. And that was a very, very, very big deal. My personal opinion was that the test wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Honestly, I thought it was going to be the most extreme test I've ever taken. Because from what I read online and from what people were telling me, was that it was just the most hellish test. Those fears were in my mind now because of reading all that stuff. It was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So just keep that in mind. It is a very hard test, don't get me wrong, but to me personally, it was not as bad as I thought. Eat a good breakfast, maybe have someone drop you off. That's what I did. I actually had my mom drop me off. It was nice to just be in the car with her and talk with her without me sitting alone. Also, once you sit down, just take a deep breath, maybe say a little prayer. That's what I did when I was about to take my test, and I feel like it helped me a lot. So if you want to see how I studied for the NCLEX, go ahead and leave me a comment below, and I will make that video. Thanks, guys.